MAHNOOR, can you hear me?
जी sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes sir, I can hear you.
Okay, well, hold on. Why is it not that loud? Just one second. Yeah. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we were supposed to discuss was okay. Any question, query that you might have before I begin?
No.
Okay. So did you get the time to do those activities?
No, I didn't.
I just can't hear you that much. Why is that so?
I'm not sure what the problem is.
Okay. Although the internet will not be a problem this time. Okay. So we were supposed to discuss today, first of all, last time actually I did forget to discuss with you was the pseudocode for all those that we did. Can we do that first? Because that's obviously very important as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously I would like you to do with me as well, but I will type. And so the first of all, we were supposed to discuss was pseudocode for
Sir, I don't think you sent the code from last time over to my mum.
sorry.
I don't think you sent the code from last time over to my mum. Because you said you were going to send it all at the end
Sorry,
together.
hold on. I still can't hear you. Oh, are you using the same equipment, the laptop? Why is your mic so?
Yeah,
Why is it not that loud?
I'm not sure.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Maybe
Okay.
I'll just turn off the Bluetooth, but I can hear you from my laptop. The Bluetooth should not be an issue. Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying that you might have forgotten to send the code to my mom last time because you said you were going to send it all together at the end.
Oh, okay. The Python code.
Yeah.
The Python. Okay, fine. Right. 1 second. Just give me a second. This was bubble sort. We did. Yeah, this was it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have? I don't know. Fine. So we have to write the pseudocode for all this. This is what we did last time. Am I right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Okay. So I mean, I want you to help me out as well. Okay. So we're going to discuss is pseudocode for insertion. Now, all this obviously is all part of P4. Our speed is alhamdulillah going very good. Okay. We discussed a lot in these couple of classes. Okay. So insertion into a stack. Okay. So you have the Python code with you.
Yep.
So what we did was we actually made a stack which had, you could even write 0, you could write over here is empty list. Okay. Then we made was a function which was, I remember it was empty, right? And what this function was doing was it was simply returning was length of our stack.
Yep.
And if that is equal to 0, yes or no. Okay. And
Yeah.
now in your pseudocode, we every time obviously have to end the functions wherever they're required. Then we were writing a procedure push item. And in that, what we were doing was, if I remember, we could append it, the stack, and the item. And the output in that case, like I discussed in the last time, obviously indentation is a part of your pseudocode as well. So post, comma, item is the name of the variable. And now I'm typing the string, so it has to be in the double quotes. Start. Right? And we end the procedure. And then what we did was we simply had to call push. We called it with multiple things. Call, push, and call, push with different things. Obviously, you know that, right? So you can, in fact, let me complete it. And obviously, we could have is a float over here as well. So I hope this was easy peasy lemon squeezy, not a big problem. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the next one, I believe, was our stack with the limit. Again, this might be a bit lengthy, but obviously it's an 8 marks question that has for the past 2 exams typically been there. So we are going to create is a pseudocode for create a stack with a limit defined, right? So again, we had over here was a function. We can name it as, let's say, create stack limit or with limit. And we have the limit over here. And we would obviously be returning over here is an empty list and the limit, right? And the function. Then, if you remember, we did was we made a function over here, which was again, oh, hold on, sorry. Right, we'll just, in fact, copy this, paste it here, because that's the same thing. Why should I waste time? And then stack limit would be the same, I believe. Is empty. Okay, then we had to make was after is empty, we had to make what? MAHNOOR, you're there with me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so we had to make after this was function
the push item
is full,
function.
right? Is empty, we're done. So is full would include what would have been the stack, and would include obviously is the limit.
And the limit.
Fine. This would return the length of the stack
Of stack.
and yeah, I remember this exactly the code that I typed, and then we end the function. Later on, we are going to do is we're going to procedure was yeah, we named as push, I remember, and push would have how many? Yes, Manu, are you with me? Push would have
yes, push would have stack.
Yes, exactly.
Stack, the limit, and the item.
Yes, and the item. Absolutely right. And we used over here was a selection, and the selection said was that if it is full, if it's full, okay. Yeah, I just mistakenly typed is full, then
stack and the limit.
Yeah, sorry. Stack, yes.
And
stack
limit.
And the limit. Then
you just say like the stack is full.
Is stack is full and cannot push item. And item else we append
Yep.
stack and item. Stack and the item. Right. Output, since we discussed the Python code last time, I think so there should not be any problem, I believe. Yes, Manu, beta?
Yes. Yeah. No problem.
Pushed item
Into stack.
the stack. Right. And then. Right. And okay, almost done. I think so. Then all we have to do was over here was we simply had to define the stack limit. Told you it's a bit lengthy, but yeah, this is one of the important questions that what we would do. Create stack with limit. This is what we created, and we had the stack. Am I right? Yes, limit with the. Okay, now we have to do a stack limit. We have to call the stack limit over here.
Actually, yeah.
Yes. And now we need to do is
Get the user to create the stack.
yes, exactly. Right. Number of items input. So enter the number of items to push. Right, and we used a loop over here, and for we said was range items item was what? Okay, it was input, and we had to input
Then you
was
just want to enter the item.
enter the item to push into the stack. Right. Fine. One bracket of that. Then we can simply call push stack limit. This is the best thing I'm mentioning like the third time with you about Python. It is just like a pseudocode. For CI exams, Python seems to be the best option. Not Java, not VB, not any other language. So display stack. You can see it's just like we're typing in Python. Okay. So this was the procedure that we had. Okay. Any confusion, Manu Beta?
No.
Then we did was what did you do after this? To delete an item from the stack, remember? Yeah. So to delete the item in the stack, actually, I'll just copy this because I don't want to like. So in order to delete an item, delete an item from stack. Yes. So what changes do we have to make here? Stack is empty. What else?
You
We
have to
one
define
is
the
right.
pop
Is
function.
yeah. So I just have to add one more, which is the
Pop function.
pop. Very good. Excellent. The pop one. And in order to add it, we will just write if not is empty, then item remove last over here stack, and we said was output would be popped the item and from the stack.
From stack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Return the item. And then we said was the else output stack is empty, cannot.
Oh. Yeah.
And am I right?
Yep.
And then obviously we did was we simply called it, and then we so called was there, and then we simply popped it. So call.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll just pop this. If we pop 3 times, it will be empty. If we pop the last time, we'll obviously have this. Now it will be yes, very important that if we try to add the comments as much as we can. Okay, for example, what I mean to say is I would rather always do this is I am not typing all the comments over here, but I believe you will know it. But we don't have to type extraordinary comments wherever a function procedure is doing its job. Only over there we need to mention that what it's doing. Okay, it's obviously for the technical documentation. I believe you know what technical documentation is. Yes or no?
Yep.
So I would be adding these comments at different places. I did not do that. Okay, it would have required more typing. But Manu, I think so you got my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll always make a habit of doing that. So we also did was the code is in front of you. The last time we typed was because every time we work with Python, we will obviously try to work with pseudo code. So Q, yeah, I'm sure you can type this, but let me do it as well. You can do along with me. So let me just write over here. We are doing was meditation using a list, for example. So that's a pseudocode actually. Obviously, the pseudocode. So yes, so we did was queue this, and then we had is a function, and is empty. Okay. I can define it as Boolean, but still even it's fine. It's okay. And I can simply return length of the queue, which was 0, same thing. And then we had function to enqueue.
Item.
Enqueue, and we had to enqueue was the item, and in that we were doing was we were
Appending the
we were
item.
appending the item to, and the output was being given, and the output over here was that
You enqueued the item into the queue.
exactly, mashallah, very good. I obviously, Manur, I would ask your mother someday as well. Maybe some other day. Just 10, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. I would like to take some sort of like interview with you. just to encourage my students as well over here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to your mother as well. Obviously, I'll take permission from your mother first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the head of IT over here at Lahore Grammar School. I teach at 5 different campuses over here. Okay, so I have a lot of students over here, and obviously they will be a lot inspired by listening to you. Obviously, many of you know you over here. Okay, then we have is the queue. I just want them to be inspired. Okay, then we have what? We obviously have to. Thank you. 5. I have that code with me, and then we did was whatever we did for enqueue, whatever. Fine, is that clear? I believe it is.
Yep.
Okay. Then what did we do? Yeah, to delete. So we just had to dequeue. I'll just, I think so it will be easier for me to just copy this, save time. Don't want to type that much. Okay, in that what we did was, so if we simply we just have to do dequeue. So queue is fine, empty is fine, length, then we had my function. Okay, then function dequeue. We'll just add it over here after the item over here. And we'll just type over here is function. If not is empty, then we said was item. We would remove the first item from the queue, obviously. From the from the queue. Right. And output dequeued 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 plus, that's how we can concatenate as well. That's obviously, you know, that's another way. Plus can work as an addition and also can concatenate variable with, so if I put a space here, from the queue. There we go. And then return else. We have to be careful about the code block, just like the way last time you also pointed out. Okay, we have to be sure where we're starting. We start the next code block from there as well. Okay, the examiner definitely looks at the following things. Usually marks are not dictated, but obviously for distinction, you have to be perfect.
Yep.
And I would obviously want you to get a distinction for sure. Okay. Which inshallah you can. So return, we can turn out. Then obviously we just have to do is we just have to in enqueue and we just have to, I've all done that, and just have to go dequeue again. So dequeued 4 times fine. And obviously we should mention, like, I'll just add one more comment over here. Trying to dequeue from an empty list. Okay. Then what we did was, did we discuss linked list? I think so we did.
Yeah, we did. We did something about like nodes and things, but the voice was glitching out a lot then, so I didn't understand a lot of that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. It was glitching.
Yeah. And we said we were going to discuss it today.
Should I discuss the code again?
We can do it as we do the pseudocode so we don't waste time.
Okay, right. So should I type the pseudocode direct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, fine. Because I think so. I shared the. Have I shared the Python code with you?
Yeah, you shared it with my mom.
Okay. Meanwhile, you can have a look at the Python code. And so we are going to discuss over here is let's first discuss let's first discuss how to add an item. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Should I hold on? Let me hold on. Let me just first of all have a look at this. Where is it? This is the one. No. No. Okay, right. So Manu, over here, better what we're doing is I just explain you over here. Okay. Maybe you can try writing the pseudocode yourself. Okay. And we can start another topic. So what we did over here was we created a node. Okay. And while we create the node data, we return is the data. Now, I was mentioning over here that this is a dictionary. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Yeah. A dictionary basically is defined this way, that this is the field and this is its data, and that's the next field and its data. So a dictionary, this is the reason why we call it dictionary, because it's a full elaboration and explanation of the data. So that's the data, and that's the data item. That's the next, and that's the item. So why do we have none? Because we're just making one node. We're creating one node, and the node basically has the data, and the next is actually not pointing to any other node because it's just the only node we have. Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay. Then we made another function which is insert at end. So obviously, at insert at end means is we'll have the head and the new data. So new node would basically create node with the new data. Fine. Now this is important. If the head is none, then head is equals to new node. If it's none, then we will create one. Else, if the current is equals to the head, while current next is not none, then do what? You make the current next one, assign it to the current one.
I
Okay?
don't understand.
Get my point?
No.
Right? Then we are using this just to print.
No, I didn't understand. I didn't understand the current.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. If the head is none.
So sorry, is the head the like field?
Yes, exactly. A linked list
And
actually.
why would the field be none? Because I thought none was the data inside the field.
No. Last time you did tell me that you have an idea about linked lists. Remember what linked lists are?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So linked lists basically have nodes, and your node basically consists of the data, and it has the pointer that points to the next node, and it points to the address of that node. Yes or no?
Yep.
Yeah. And the last node that we have over here, the last node basically does not have any address because it's not pointing anywhere. Am I right?
Yep.
So I am saying over here is that if the head is none, okay, So I'm going to create one, right? So head is equals to new node. I'm going to make it new node. If it's none, then I will make one. Yes or no?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because we're learning how to basically insert items into a linked list, inserting nodes into a linked list. Else, current is equals to head. Okay, if that is
Where
not the
did the
case, then
current come
current is
from?
equals to head. Whatever the current one we have, we will make that one the head. While current next is not none, you just keep you keep on going to the next one, okay, and you keep on assigning the next one and make the next one the current node. So if you have three, obviously the third one will be the next. You have four, the fourth one will be the next, so on and so. Yes or no?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, because after third you will have the fourth, after fourth you will have the fifth, so on and so. Right?
Yep.
That's why we have used the while loop, because the while loop will help us to go fetch the every next node. That's why we are using the while loop. You get my point?
Yep.
And what are we doing here? Def print linked list head. We are obviously we are making this function where we can print the linked list head. So head will be assigned to the current. While current is not none, print current data. No, this is just optional. I told you last time as well. This is optional. This will just add the following symbol. So you at the end of the data, for like over here, after the data, I have this. So current next, and it keeps on printing that. Yes or no?
Yep.
You get my point. So I would like you to write the pseudocode of this as well. Okay, and you can share with me next time, right? Maybe I can start with okay. I have to discuss two more topics today with you. Okay. The first one is file handling. Okay.
Okay.
Now, file handling basically is what? I'll just open up a new one. So it's totally a new topic, and a separate question comes regarding to file handling. It's Python file. That's weird. Okay, I can simply use the words. Now, file handling, we don't have our binary files anymore in the syllabus because they generate a lot of viruses, and then P4 is practical exam. You have only text files. Well, it's obviously a lot more advantage to have the data source saved in a TXT file rather than an array or a list or a dictionary. First of all, your arrays, your list, and your dictionaries are limited. Your text file is something which is permanent, which can be saved. It's used in lots of places. I mean, even in your in your, let's say, attendance system, you can save up till 100,000 employees data in a text file. So text file doesn't occupy a lot of space because it only has text, and you can create a text file, you can write, you can append, you can delete, you can do lots of things. Obviously, a text file is not very advanced. It's not just comparable to a relational database management system. Okay, you cannot make relationships, but it's there just to hold some entities, and that's it. So we will learn actually how to create text files. Okay, so let's continue the structure. Okay. Now, first of all, what I want you to know is that, for example, if I come here into my PC, you will see over here is your okay. You can simply directly come to, not from there, come to C drive. In C drive, you'll have user. In user, you will have over here, let's say HP. In HP, you'll have PyCharm projects. So you have the following over here. We are working on the 15 right now. So I'll create text file over here, and I'll see that how text file is generated over here. So I'll simply come here, and what we can do is we can say F. We can use F is equals to open. We can name it as, let's say, my file. Why is it like it? My file dot txt, right? And comma. Over here, we can use as X. So X over here is actually used to create is a text file. So as soon as I run this, let me just take it down. As soon as I run this, okay, what will happen is you will see over here is that, oh, hold on. X,
Wouldn't the X not be in quotes? Is that the problem?
no, it is in quotes and I put it in quotes. Is this
But then isn't it just like a string? To make the file, doesn't it not have to be a string?
one second.
Okay.
Right. So this one and one. Just what? Let me just run it again. Okay, let me just try W. Is that times? That's weird. That's weird. 1 second. Okay. I'll just somehow close these. You have Python open up right now?
No, but I can.
You don't have it open up right now. That's a bit weird. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. This should work. Anyway, hold on. Maybe I have to. Okay, we have 2 minutes left. Meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll try to attach my other laptop. Okay. We have 2 minutes left. Okay, I'll share the link again, and meanwhile I can attach the laptop with you. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, right.
Bye.